man. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being an episode of the Coma. Much love, man. It's a quick flash report for the fam, man. We chiming in on this one. And, of course, this is just news letting you know. Shout out to Sigler from the Saints Wire for dropping the scoop that the Saints did ultimately. They signed a receiver who was considered the number one wide receiver and ranked wide receiver that comes out of the CFL. The Saints signed this fella, 6'5", Damien Alford, to one of the CFL's deep threats at 20.4 yards per reception, but also as a concentration catch type of guy. They reported to sign him to a futures deal. So the Saints are signing Damien Alford. Per 3 Down Nation's Justin Dunk played college football at Syracuse and Utah before going pro last year. At the Big 12 Pro Day, he weighed in at 6'5", 215, ran a 4.46 and a 40 while he wasn't drafted. That's crazy, he wasn't drafted. Alford was the first overall pick in the CFL's draft, had a strong debut with the Calgary Stampeders, and quickly established himself as one of Canadian League's best deep threats. Over 20 yards per catch, he totaled 20 catches, 407 yards and 5 touchdowns. Dunk says that Alford tried out New Orleans back in November, but passed on workouts with other teams after the Saints offered him a sizable signing bonus. So the Saints been after this fellow, and he ultimately decided to come back. And this is right, shout out to Saints Wire. He's showing some footage right here of Alford making catches at the CFL and making some stuff right there. Interesting prospect added to the receiving corps for 2026 with a big frame, big play potential. Alford brings something that may have been missing, or at least limited to Devon Valley as only the other big man in the group. The Saints wideouts under contract for 2026 from lightest to heaviest is as listed. We appreciate them listing them too. 11 wide receivers for the upcoming class, not to mention the fact that the Saints could also draft another wide receiver, possibly high in the draft, depending on who's available at the time at the 8 spot, depending on what they do. Mason Tipton, 5'11", 187, is also a 4'4" guy. Chris Olave, 6 feet, 187. He'll be back. Trey Palmer is another speed demon the Saints picked up. Last year he was hurt, 6'1", 190. Ronnie Bell, who caught that touchdown pass, the one-hand joint, 6 feet, 192, also has decent speed. Samari Toure, he also caught that really good pass. He scooped it up before he hit the ground. Y'all remember him? Well, 6 feet, 1, almost 200 pounds. Kevin Austin Jr., 6 feet, 200 pounds. Jalen Polk, who we gave up a 6th-round pick to get from New England, 6'1", 203. Devon Valley, 6'5", 210. Bub Means, who's 6'2", 215. Elijah Cooks is another big wide receiver that the Saints brought in. Remember, he was on the practice squad. He was one of the only other guys that didn't get benefited by being activated. He is 215. I thought he was taller than that. He was actually 6'4". And you can see right here he made a mistake because he got him at 6'5", and then you show him, I think, Cooks is 6'4". Bub Means, is 6'2", 215. Elijah Cooks is 6'4", 215. And Damien Alford is 6'5", 215. Similar, just a little heavier. But this is some of the stuff that the Saints have been trying to get and bring in. So veteran backup Dante Pettis, 6'1", about 195, is a free agent in the 2026 class. So these are the receivers the Saints bring back. A lot of these guys are fast. We talk about the big guys like now Devon Valley is a 4'6" guy, I want to say he is. Elijah Cook, I don't know how fast he is. Devon Valley has speed and Damien Alford has speed. So it's going to be interesting watching. The Saints have wide receivers with speed, small guys and big guys to help our big quarterback Tyler Shough in this thing. So this is good information right here by John Sigler to kind of give us a scoop on the fact that the Saints now have a talented big wide receiver. The Saints on the back end of the season as they try to improve this team moving forward. So this is going to be interesting watching what happens with this wide receiver Damien. So you can see all of his combined catches through the 4 years at Syracuse and Utah. You can see right there, 6-7 catches, over 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns, and he averaged for his career 19.3 in college right there. So big things popping for the Saints. They get this guy, and we'll see how it looks moving forward, man. We'll look at some tape about Damien Alford on our Patreon special. Will be available for the family members tomorrow for our Patreon film work for the Saints and Falcons Week 18 team matchup. There'll be a breakdown on Damien Alford. We'll look at film on him, see how good this guy is. And also we'll have some more On Cue with Big Q coming up this week for our Patreon champions and YouTube membership family. On Cue is just for the Patreon champions. We'll have all that other stuff for the YouTube membership family and our Patreon champions, same content. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna get on up out of there. Just wanted to holler at y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night, and I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow. Much love, peace, and who that?